Thanks, Rance. It's now time for Mental Wellness Wednesday, and we're back with Dr. Tracy Packiam. So welcome back. And this is a really interesting topic because we're talking about social isolation in two particular populations, teens and then people over the age of 55, and the effect that it has on them. So let's break down social isolation, right? So what exactly does that mean? Because let's just say for a teen, they're going to school, so they're still around people.
Yes, and that was so fascinating about the study for me, Mark, was it's not just being around people, it's actually how connected you feel in those conversations. And this study came out fairly recently, and they found that it actually alters the brain. So it's not just that emotional sadness that you experience from feeling socially isolated, it's also changing your brain. We know that people who are socially isolated have a 20% higher risk of dementia. We also see it affects gray matter in the front of our brain, which is memory, decision-making, and we manage stress less well. So really important reasons to make that connection intentional.
So let's just say, like, as a parent, and let's say you have teens, let's talk about that population first. What are some things that we're looking for where you want to assess, like, is your kid not making those connections? Do they feel isolated? Because obviously you don't want any of those things to happen.
Yes, and I think sometimes having that conversation could be helpful. Maybe even starting with, who do you enjoy hanging out with? So it's not really saying, do you have good friends? But hey, tell me about your best friend. Who do you like doing things with? And if they, you have younger children, maybe organizing play dates, but really asking them about their social circle as a segue to what do you enjoy doing with them? And that way you can assess how intentional are those interactions rather than, yeah, I had this buddy, I sit next to him at class and we joke every so often, versus, oh no, at lunchtime we're always, we're out in the court, we're playing, we're doing things together.
And then what about in the other demographic that we named here, so over 55? So how should you, I guess, check in on that population?
And I think just using one is a good example. So the same study talked about how just one quality interaction is enough to make that intentional connection. So if you have a member of your family that's 55 or older, you're 55 or older, be intentional. Seek out one quality conversation per week at the minimum is what this research showed.
That makes a lot of sense. And when you, I guess, talk about social isolation, usually it's the elderly that come to mind. So maybe like an empty nester, someone who lives all by themselves, there's no one around. And you could see how that would, increase, like dementia or things of that nature. But those other two populations within this study, right? So teens and 55 and older, you wouldn't necessarily draw that correlation. You
wouldn't. And so another way, especially with teenagers, is they're already on their phone with social media. Encourage them to be socially intentional with that. So you can say, hey, I noticed your friends are posting about this event happening this weekend. How do you engage with that? How do you comment? Do you like it? What do you do? Do you post reels together? Whatever that is, are they being intentional even with their digital social interactions?
Absolutely. And even I would go one step further, right? So digital's one side, but I would imagine for a lot of this, again, it's that quality of a conversation, really reaching out and having either the face-to-face or the verbal conversation where there's actual, like, a tone and a personality behind it.
There is. And, even with teens, they enjoy FaceTiming, they enjoy having that interaction. And so not to discount, even if it's digital, but there's still, as you said, they get that face-to-face, they get to see the emotions, the expressions.
Well, thanks again for coming on the show. And if people want to learn more about you, how can they connect?
I have a website, tracypackiam.com, and I'm on social media, Dr. Tracy Packiam. I'd love to connect.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stick around, more to come right after this.